get started in a minute. I still gotta pull up some shit. Like the chats.
It's alright, you didn't miss anything.
I know. How was your vacay, man?
It's good.
Yeah? Get some fun and sun?
Mostly relaxation, sun and beaches. A lot of driving too, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not. It's definitely nice. It was about a 30-degree swing in temperature, though.
Yeah.
I hated coming back.
Oh my god! I just saw the worst Geico commercial ever.
Wow, really?
They did a parody. They did a parody of the Oregon Trail.
Oh
wow.
Yeah. Talk about like 35 years too late.
They've got a billion bad commercials, so that's kind of really amazing for them to finally like top themselves. I mean, they deserve an award for that or something.
Yeah.
This is the crappiest crap we've ever seen. You win!
The crappiest crap. Oh, perfect. Alright. Well, at least I can hear you guys better. I don't know if you can
I mean, that's worse than The Simpsons. At least The Simpsons is like 10 or 15 years behind the curve in terms of trends when they make a joke. This is significantly further than that, though.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in years, man.
The Simpsons is the absolute proof of what Fox is as a entire intellectual property exists for the conservative base. Because like Fox News is unchanging, The Simpsons is unchanging.
All right, let's get started because we got a lot to get through, guys. We'll try to get through this quickly. I got a few reviews that I'll try to get through when we get to that, but let's get started. Let's get this party started.
Why does it say we're offline?
Me?
Just on the sidebar where it says followed channels, it says RPGrinders is offline.
Try refreshing.
Okay.
I just restarted everything, so maybe it's just a refresher. All right, I think we're okay. Go ahead and say something, break.
Butts.
What?
Yeah, say something, break, real quick.
Butts?
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, now that's better, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's get this party started. I don't know who's in there or what, but we're just going to get started because we're already fucking 20 minutes behind. Let's get through this news real quick, guys. I'll try to keep my banter about anything low. All right? Here we go. I got to get... Jesus Christ, I hate when I have to restart everything. It sucks. Alright. If you're just tuning in, we haven't started yet. We're going to start in just a minute here as soon as I get things in order. I think we're good to go. You guys ready to go?
I guess.
Alright, let's do it. And welcome everybody to episode 480 of RP Grinders. I'm your host Frank Branches alongside my trusty cohorts Eric the Great and the Florida kid himself, the Breakman. What's up, Breakman? How was your vacay, man?
So
we
like
you.
this is still going on, huh?
What?
I thought when I left, like I just thought you guys would fold it up and say, you know, we can't do this anymore.
You were hoping at least, huh? You were like praying that we would end the show.
We all know Break was actually secretly doing missions as Pinter Man.
You know, Break
as what?
As Pinter Man. I was gonna say, like, you go on vacation, you're like, God, I hope they fucking just fold the show before I get back. And
Yeah, I had the religious experience down there, and I prayed. Dear Lord, please end this stupid shit. God,
end this stupid show.
Ah, damn it. Oh, that meant amen. Fuck.
Amen. Right on, man. All right, well, we're glad you're back, Breakman. We missed you. I know, like, Freak 5 seemed to miss you the most. I don't know how that makes you feel, Breakman, but he really missed you.
Somehow I don't believe any of that.
Well, you can believe it or not, man. He was, like, asking, like, Breakman's still not back, all bummed out, and, like, you know, I heard something about offering you, like, a freebie this time. I don't know what that means.
Also, he wants to drink your beer piss.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's one of your powers as Pinter Man, apparently, according to him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Well,
there you go, Pinter Man.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess I would if he paid me a lot of money.
But
if money's not involved, that's not
piss
happening.
is beer, so it's not piss.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right, I get it, but the only way I'm gonna piss on him is if he pays me.
Well, you know what, Breakman, since...
Not even if he's on fire.
Yeah.
Not just kidding.
You
I'll pee on you if you're on fire, dude. Or if you get stung by a stingray. Not a stingray, it's a jellyfish. Sorry.
Exactly.
Stung by a jellyfish, I'll pee on you too.
There you go. Which doesn't work, by the way. Let's see. What was I going to tell you?
I'm still going to pee on him.
Well, hey, there you go. I agree.
Man.
I think Dungeon Buster's our lone chatter in there. What's up, Dungeon Buster? We finally started the show. Thanks for your patience, man. All right.
With this talk, that's all Chris and me.
Breakman.
I'm gonna change browsers maybe because I'm having so much trouble with flipping chat.
Okay.
God
all right.
damn it!
You do what you got to do, Breakman. In the meantime, Eric will read the first story.
Okay, from the first story, we've got RPG site. Code of Princess EX heads to Nintendo Switch this summer.
Okay.
Nicholas has announced that Brawler RPG Hybrid Code of Princess will release this summer on Nintendo Switch as Code of Princess EX. This new release will feature enhancements such as redone HD visuals, much like the PC port. 60 frames also much like that. I don't think they're porting the PC version's code. I think they're just taking the version of.
Yeah, it looks pretty. I never played it before.
Because if it were the port of the PC release, it'd be Japanese only audio. It sounds like there's going to be an English dialogue this time.
Yeah, it looks like they did some good visual upgrades to it. I'm aware of this game.
Think about dual audio though, but even if it doesn't, I'm sure.
Yeah, it looks good, man. I
people playing because
if you're like me and didn't get a chance to play this before, then this is a good opportunity.
It changed the artwork on the box cover though.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, it looks sort of like I
wonder why they couldn't use Inashima's artwork though.
Yeah, it sort of looks like the guy that did the Magna Carta artwork, or even the Dragon's Crown artwork. It has kind of that feel.
Not Dragon's
Sort of has
Crown.
that feel. All right, let's move on to the next story. Do you have your stories up yet or not?
God, I don't want to do any work.
It does feature Japanese voiceover, so it is a port of the PC version.
There you go.
Never mind.
Right.
But cool that it's getting a physical release at least. But apparently there's some extra stuff in it too, but that wasn't in the PC release. But it doesn't really elaborate on that.
Yeah. All right.
Dear Lord. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Dear Lord. Can we please end the show?
I'm sorry. I said I had a religious experience. I was just praying again that he'd end this show, so I don't have to do any work.
Yeah, sure. There you go. It didn't work.
Right.
It didn't work.
Okay, fine then. Coming to us live from RPG site.
Wow, that was awesome.
Mega Dimension Neptunia V, or is that 7R, or is that? I'm just gonna call it VIIR.
Yeah.
Released in America on May 8th.
That sounds good. There you go.
And,
all right.
Let's see here. Here's a rundown of the game courtesy of Idea Factory. Gammon Dustry, a world sitting at the convergence of multiple dimensions. Of these existed the zero dimension, a world on the brink of collapse. Zero Dimension's last guardian, Uzume Tsunoboshi, Tsunoboshi waged a war against the mysterious evil known as the Dark CPU. Her desperate cries for help. I thought that was a man's name.
You know what's funny about that name? That actually directly translates in Japanese to Dreamcast.
What? That's cool.
Yes, she's supposed to be the Dreamcast.
That's cool. I like that idea. All right, so let's move on, guys. Let's just get through these. Sorry, Breakman. I was busy catching up on some.
I was like in the middle of the article and stuff, but you're like, let's just move on. So anyway,
well, I mean,
fine.
unless do you have anything else to add?
That's fine. Doesn't matter.
All right. Next story comes to us from from RPG side. Ease 8 Lacrimosa of Dana for PC now set for April. I don't think we need to talk anymore about Lacrimosa of Dana. We've done plenty.
I'm glad it's finally coming out on PC though.
Yeah.
After all the bullshit that it went through.
Yeah. I do want to pick this up for the PS4. And I will eventually pick it up.
You're not interested in the Switch version coming out in the summer? Maybe you'll have a Switch by then.
That might be dicey. We'll see. But yeah, if I get a Switch before, then I'll.
I don't think it's going to be on sale for quite a while.
Yeah, probably not. We'll see. We'll see how things go. All right, Eric. Next story.
Next story. So Sword of Ditto will be released on April 24th on PS4 and PC. No Switch port, and I can imagine why it's not on the Xbox One, because getting your game on on Microsoft is annoying because Microsoft's Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might be worth the effort. I don't know. Like I was looking at some different offbeat gaming stories, and they were talking about the Switch like outpacing the Xbox starting this year, which is strange to me. Like Nintendo.
I'm sure a Switch version will come in time, but it's like, maybe you could have delayed this game's release so you could do a Switch version.
Yeah. All right.
And possibly fix some bugs, but it's gonna be. Let's see, I guess it's kind of like a action RPG.
Yeah,
but with like cooperative play.
Yeah, it looks good. Man, the Switch would be a perfect place for this game. Like I could see this game doing gangbusters on Switch. But let's see. Dungeon Buster says Ease 8 is great. And then they're talking about something working out. Oh, switching to Chrome. Yeah, you're in there. You're in there, Breakman. Finally. Breakman, next story, please.
Wait, I thought. Are you not reading stories?
I did. I read.
You did?
Yeah, I did the one right before Record of Gangcrest War. So you're on the Record of Gangcrest War.
Okay.
Grand Crest.
Grand
Crest.
Grand Crest War.
You said coming to us live from an RPG site. A Record of Grand
Crest.
Grand Crest War game is coming to PlayStation 4. Bandai
There's one
Namco.
for smartphones too, but I left that one out. But
okay. The game will be a strategy RPG where players can give movement orders to characters in Fio Conero and Silica Melete's army after the battle begins, and all characters move at the same time. Players can even observe each character and see how the battle unfolds in real time. Well, that's interesting.
It looks real pretty. I watched the first episode of Grand Crest War. God, that must be like a weird.
From what I could tell, the show completely ignores the TV series continuity of Record of Lotus War.
Yeah, it has nothing to do.
Because the Berserker guy's there, and he's supposed to be dead, but I guess they're just ignoring that plot line.
If you're thinking about this being another Lotus War, it is not. But like
it's
I said,
like one of those things. Like they talk about that guy. Hey, isn't he supposed to be that? Shh.
Yeah, exactly. Like Hush under the. But I you know what, I was expecting this to be a lot like Record of Lotus War, and I did not get that, but I'm still gonna give it a chance. I mean, it's still magic and skeletons and demons.
Well, it is based
dragons.
on a campaign from those novels. It's just this is Grand Crest and not Lotus.
Yeah, it's sort of like in D&D, like there are certain people that like Forgotten Realms and certain people that like the others. I'm a Forgotten
Does this
Realms
war happen after the Lotus?
That's a good question. I can't answer
it's
that.
Like that war ended and then immediately another war started. Like,
I'm pretty sure.
Damn it.
I'm pretty sure this is after.
The citizens hate that place.
Yeah, of course. There's a pre-order bonus where you can get the Lotus characters Parn and Deedlit.
Oh, that's cool. That would be worth it for me, but I'm not.
Did they show up in the show at all in the first episode?
and not in the first episode. Did not show up in the first episode, but I'm sure we'll see some appearances.
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I've been going through other series first.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Super is ending, so maybe I'll pick this up after Super ends.
I watched the first episode. I liked it, but it's completely different than Lodoss War.
Where have you been watching it, by the way? Because like the only channels I know that's on are Funimation Now and Crunchyroll.
Dungeon Buster says it's from the same guy that did Lodoss, but different story. James Cameron's Titanic isn't related to the Terminator. Hey, there are theories about that, Dungeon Buster. How dare you not link Titanic to Terminator? All right, next story is from Gamatsu. Hakuoki Edo Blossoms for PC launches March 16th. So there you go. Due out day and date with the PS Vita version. So those looking forward to that.
Yeah, which is weird because I've got code for the Vita version. I haven't touched it because I don't have room on my Vita. So I was like wondering where the PC code is coming.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe you'll get the PC version.
That's all. I'd rather play it on there where I actually have hard drive space for it.
Yeah.
I just lose portability and the ability to transfer save files, but I'd rather play it there because I get more time to actually play it.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Next story, please.
Another World's coming to Switch because this game has to be on absolutely everything, much like Doom.
Yeah.
I've never played it either.
You've never played Another World? Neither have I. So
I wonder if they'll do the sequel.
So it's one of those games I'd always like kind of looked at, and I'd kind of wondered, like, yeah, I'd try that. I'd never had a chance to play it.
Yeah, you know, there's lots of games like that where you're like, man, I do that all the time. Like Bridget probably thinks I'm crazy, but I'll look at the PlayStation. I'll look at the PlayStation store, at the Xbox store, like what should I get? Like everything looks kind of interesting, and then I'm like, I don't want to get it, and then like next week there'll be like a huge sale on it. You know what I mean? Like these games like this, I don't know. I kind of have a problem buying day of. Like I wait till there's a sale. All right, Breakman. Next.
I'm waiting for that.
I have to wonder what was the impetus for calling the game Out of This World when it launched on consoles way back when it first launched.
I don't know. Maybe there's something to that, Eric.
They wanted to try and get some money off of the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
There's a TV show called Out of This World.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, but I hate you. It has nothing to do with that.
That's not the point. But they're just trying to use add on to it. Like, hey, there's that show. Yeah, we just use that show. Yeah.
That's a bait switch, and that's evil.
Bridget says I'm not crazy. But I'm sexy.
The show was never a big hit, I would assume.
Yeah, no,
it was a syndicated show.
Yeah. All right, break.
But I love that show.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how the Land of the Lost remake was like nothing like Land of the Lost, pretty much. They just used the puppets.
Dungeon Buster said Another World is also known as Out of This World. It's a good game, but has some brutal death scenes. I wouldn't mind watching. I mean, that art style, like, I don't see how brutal they could be, Dungeon. Maybe I'll check it out. All right, next story.
The men of Yoshiwara and Ogiya heads to the eShop on March 8th, 2018.
I think it's just called Men of Yoshiwara in the English eShop, though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Good, because I'm completely guessing on the pronunciation of that word.
Yeah. D3 is not the greatest of publishers in the world. Is this going to be good, Eric, or skip it?
D3 published the Earth Defense Force games.
Yeah, those are okay, I guess.
But I don't know about their localization chops. So it'll be interesting. It has to be better than Circle Entertainment, though.
Yeah. All right. So March 8th, we're due for this.
It's only $15, so it's cheap. So maybe I'll get it on a sale, or like by the time I get around to actually playing it.
What is it? Like, what kind of game is it?
It's a Otome visual novel.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing something like that on the Switch. All right, next story comes to us from RPG site. Saga Scarlet Grace is coming to the Switch this year in Japan. Other consoles too, including Steam. So there you go. Saga Scarlet Grace coming soon. So that's from the Nintendo Direct.
In Japan for now. But I do remember a trademark being filed for the UK way back when the Vita version was announced.
Huh.
So maybe they'll actually make use of the trademark and release the game in English.
Yeah.
I mean, we got 2 and we're getting 3, I think.
Yeah. All right, Eric, next story.
Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition has got a date for May 18th, and that's pretty much it.
That's in Japan, though, right? Or is it?
Well, no, that's the Western date.
Oh, I got you. Okay, cool.
It's releasing in a few weeks in Japan, though. So I don't know why there's such a large gap, though.
Yeah. All right.
Although they're calling it Hyrule Warriors DX, just like Mario Kart DX.
Yeah.
Mario Kart
Because why not?
Yeah, because why not? Is this the Dynasty Warriors type game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors, but I know this game will sell pretty well. Another game.
It still looks fun to me. I'd still play it.
Yeah, I might play it. I don't know. Here's a game that I definitely want to play, and I know Dungeon Buster's interested in this one. Octopath Traveler launches July 13th for Nintendo Switch. Tressa and Alphen introduced. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting news. This game is like... it's one of those independent kind of... I know it's Square Enix, but it's like a smaller scale, like Final Fantasy type.
Well, Square's proper is not making the game. Acquire is, which
Right,
is
Acquire.
bizarre because the only game in recent memory that they've done are the Akiba Strip and Beat series games, which are okay.
Yeah.
But I think Square's heavily involved in the development, anyways, because it seems as they're trying to pitch this game as a spiritual successor to Bravely Default, because there's a job system now, and just the fact that a lot of the music sounds similar to Ravo, but only more orchestral.
Yeah, now this is a game that looks absolutely incredible. I can see the hype behind it now. Like, I'm looking at... This is the first time I really had a good chance to look at the video for Octopath.
I mean, maybe... It says Silicon Studio here, which is Bravely Default's development team, but I think Acquired is doing the lion's share, so they're not the only developer.
It looks incredible. I don't know what to say other than it looks great. Dungeon Buster says demo was fun, battle system is interesting. So that, I mean, what more do you want from an RPG than a battle system that's interesting and plays well? So, all right, Breakman, next story, please.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Massive Entertainment announces Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Anybody like The Division?
I've never played The Division.
I
Sequel to
didn't-
the 2016 action
I've
RPG
heard good
title.
things, that's all I can say.
Yeah. I haven't heard-
They are thrilled to announce they're working on Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Maybe
They
it'll
gotta
be
change
better.
the title, because just putting a number in front of it is kind of lame. Give
You
it a
know,
subtitle.
it's sort of weird. Like in movies, usually if you get a sequel, the sequel's
Just pretend the first game didn't exist.
yeah. Usually in movies, like if you get a sequel, it's not necessarily better than the first. I know there's exceptions. Like I really like Spider-Man 2. There's exceptions to the rule, but for the most part in movies, it's not that way. But it's kind of the opposite in video games. Usually the second one is like significantly better. So maybe this will be
More
good.
of this Ubisoft, so maybe it's going to be just more of the same.
Now look at this. Dungeon says Division is great right now. The 1.8 patch brought him back. Really fun shoot and
Well, I
loot
did
game.
hear that it did get better over time.
Look at
so.
this. He deleted Destiny 2 to make room for
Destiny
the
2
Division.
can blow
Yeah.
all the chunks.
You know what else I heard? The
Sucks.
new Grand Theft Auto game.
I wouldn't support Activision at
I know.
any.
Well, I try not to, but anyways, Eric, let me finish this. What you call it? I heard that the new Grand Theft Auto is going to be set in Vice City again.
Vice
which is-
City.
Yes, I think that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. All right, Eric, last story.
Last story is Vice City close to Liberty City? Because maybe you'll be able to visit both.
No, Vice City is like Miami, and Liberty City is New York. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right, last story.
Although they could potentially still let you do that.
Yeah. All right, last
Who
story,
knows?
Eric.
Last story is Phantasy Star Online 2 Cloud is launching April 4th in Japan, and where it will remain, sadly, because Sega don't want to localize this.
I don't. Why do they not like? Seriously, like why? Come on. Everybody wants Phantasy Star Online over here. I can't think of one old school RPG person that doesn't want the Phantasy Star.
FF14 is a good game, and people should probably play it, even though I don't want to pay a subscription fee.
Yeah,
this game doesn't have that.
Right.
It'll probably draw on more people.
Absolutely, and then they can make as much money on as they want on fucking not loot boxes, but you know, like cosmetic upgrades and all kinds of shit.
Cloud, because it's technically running on a cloud server, so who knows how good the performance of the game will be.
Maybe that's what they're hesitant about, but still, that'd be exciting to get that over here. I wish they would do that. Oh well. All right, maybe we'll if we make enough. Oh, look at this.
The servers are really strong. I guess you don't have to worry about it, but what if your internet's shit?
Yeah. Dungeon Buster said Destiny 2 ended up in a sad place for him. It started out with so much promise, then pissed it away with the same mistakes from Destiny 1. That's why I didn't buy either Destiny 1 or 2, Dungeon Buster. I've got a limited amount.
Unless you're crazy, like Ask Wheels on Twitter, who loves Destiny 1.
But yeah, I honestly have no interest in Destiny or Destiny 2. I'd much rather play something like Wolfenstein or something like that. He also says Phantasy Star Online 2 was a lot of fun when he played it a while ago. English fan translation wasn't complete, but the gameplay was fun. See, I want to play this game over here. Damn it!
I think it was free to play on the PS4.
Oh God, man, bring it over here! Fucking damn it! I want to play it. I had a lot of fun with the Dreamcast Phantasy Star. All right, let's move on. There's for homie discounts this week, guys. We have a PlayStation Network flash sale going on there. I know there's lots of games for under $10. Some really good titles. I think I mentioned last week. Finally, this week. Bloodborne and Ratchet & Clank is free if you have PS Plus. Bloodborne is an absolute masterpiece. I highly recommend anybody that hasn't played that game pick it up immediately, especially for free. Man, that's just crazy. I can't even believe it's free on their system. That's like a treasured game of mine. Like Bloodborne is an absolute opus, and I'm glad that they're putting it for free for the simple fact more people are gonna play it, and I'm hoping to get an announcement for Bloodborne 2 coming soon. That would be really cool. So check out the flash sales.
I'd much rather From do a completely new game.
No,
but
I'd rather them
or at least Armored Core.
No.
I kind of tired of the Souls rut that they've gotten themselves into.
No, dude, Bloodborne it's enough different from Dark Souls, and it sets itself apart like in a way that very few games do. It's way more than a Souls game, man.
Give us a sequel or a remake to Metal Wolf Chaos.
Nah, hell no, Metal Wolf Chaos.
I want that. I really do.
You do? You want that? Holy cow! I'd rather have Bloodborne 2, man. All right, let's move on to Twitter questions.
How about a sequel to Metal Wolf Chaos that plays like Bloodborne?
Yeah, maybe. There you go. Breakman, any Twitter questions or comments?
Let me check.
Okay. Metal Wolf Chaos. Dungeon Buster's laughing at you, dude. We're looking for
they can make a new Otogi game that plays like Bloodborne.
Otogi, yeah, that'd be kind of cool, I guess.
I've been on for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And no comments.
I think the next game From's going to be doing though is Tenchu though, which is weird because like they did like the first 2 Tenchu games and then K2 did the rest of the games.
I like how Eric goes off into tangents when we're talking about the comments. No comments, Breakman. That makes does that make you sad, or does that make you like happy that that's probably going to be the downfall of the show? No comments.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah. Okay, you owe it to yourself.
You were gone, so how would we expect comments?
No,
You're
because
the
I
one
asked
supposed
for
to
'em.
answer those,
Because
right?
I ask for comments every week, even when Break isn't here. You know, how dare you? You still have your Xbox copy of Metal Wolf Chaos Dungeon Buster? That's weird. I think I used to have that game too. I'd have to look at my old collection. All right, let's see. What have you been playing, Break? Breakman, what have you been playing? Nothing. He's been on vacation. That's why he's silent. I bet, right?
Let me see. I played some.
Go to the
I didn't
beach?
play a lot because I was on vacation. Mostly like handheld stuff.
Yeah.
I broke out my PSP and the DS for the trip,
Yeah.
and the PSP is officially dead.
Oh no! What happened? Did it just die? Like it's
Yeah, it
just
just
dead?
died. There's
Oh,
no like
man.
I put a new battery on it, and I was able to play with it on on a charger for a
Yeah,
while, but
yeah.
just on the trip it wouldn't turn on, and then I got there and I went to a game store and we tested it with different batteries and everything else. It's just dead.
Oh no! Your PSP. I should
Yeah.
play taps for it right now, man. That sucks, man.
I mean,
Probably
yeah,
do
it's
that.
probably the first SKU, so it's probably just old.
Yeah.
Because I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
like I'm on model like 301.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
it was the original.
I would love to get. I used to have the God of War edition of the PSP, and that was really cool. I need to get a Vita, man.
I
They
need
got
to
some-
figure out how, if I can get my model 201 like unbricked.
Let's see.
Not that I really need it at this point, but I'd like to do it so I could give it to someone else,
Yeah.
like you, Break.
There you go. Give it to Break. Poor guy. He just lost his PSP.
I can't figure out how to get it to work though. I tried putting custom firmware on it, and it bricked it because it decided to screw up at that point during the transfer process.
So you want to give Breakman a bricked PSP? I see how you are. That's with friends like those. You know what I'm saying?
I never said I did.
I know, I'm kidding. All right, Break. What else have you been playing?
So
man?
so I played the DS and my phone, and I played more the South Park game, and there have been updates, but mostly the game is still it's heavily PSP. If you don't want to play PSP, if you don't want to play against other people, you don't want to play that game.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. I like playing against other people.
Yeah.
But the game I tried that was new, well, new to me, very old to everyone else, was Scribblenauts.
Oh, Scribblenauts is a great game, man.
Scribblenauts and Super Scribblenauts in a collection, yes.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun doing stuff that you're probably not supposed to do and failing every mission because you have
Houses everywhere, right?
No.
Do you,
it doesn't let you do anything good like that. But just stuff like how do you take care of a dog? How do you take care of like a gopher problem? Well, obviously a vampire.
Bury the gopher.
Right.
No more problem.
You fucking bite the shit out of those motherfuckers, man. Yeah, see,
Like,
did you...
I had a piranha in water, and I tried. Let me see. I tried a piranha.
Yeah.
They just became friends.
Well, that gets rid of the problem, though, still, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
there you go.
No, now I had two piranha. They just became friends. So I tried. Okay, let me see. I tried something bigger, but I don't want to be too big because I still need to get in the water.
Did you try...
Barracuda.
Did you try a werewolf?
No.
Oh.
I tried Barracuda. They ganged up on the fucking Barracuda.
I mean,
let's
a
see.
werewolf, right?
I tried Shark. They ganged up on the fucking shark too. I was like, what the fuck? These fucking piranha are goddamn insane. So I tried a sea monster.
Yeah.
Ogopogo, to be exact.
Yeah.
And that worked, but then now I have a sea monster in there. What the fuck do I do about that?
Call Cthulhu. Maybe Cthulhu will take care of that, man. You can summon Cthulhu.
Giant jellyfish shocks everybody dead.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I tried a gun that didn't kill him or anything. So I just made a trampoline and jumped over him.
How about altering the
Trampoline.
pH level of the water?
Wait a
via
minute.
Chemicals?
Wait a minute. You made a trampoline, man. That's actually really funny, man. That's cool.
Yeah, like I imagine people playing this and they just like, okay, let's see here, what can I do to basically get past it? Doing there's something on the tree, I'll just build a ladder to climb it. I was trying to do like different things. You
Yeah,
know, I was trying to
yeah.
be as like crazy and unique as I could.
I
See what
like
would
that,
work.
man. And trampoline worked. That's awesome.
Yes, trampoline worked.
There you go. What else you been playing, man? Anything else?
And since I got back, Halo Wars 2.
Yeah.
I've been playing the DLC, the what's it called, Night Awakening a Nightmare or something like that.
Yeah. You know what we're gonna have to do one of these days, Break, is play Titanfall. I have not started Titanfall yet, and I know
I have Titanfall 2 too.
Yeah.
PS4.
See, we have it on the
I
Xbox.
have 2. I don't actually have 1.
No, I have 2. Not
You don't need
Titanfall.
one.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I got 2. One sucks. 2's much better from what I gather.
Okay.
I haven't played it.
The way you were saying it, I thought you had the first one.
No,
I
no.
got the second one. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in.
I'm gonna have to get gold again though. My gold subscription.
And Dungeon says you can summon Cthulhu.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yep. So you got to try that next time. It's pretty cool. All
I
right.
just thought like this is something fucked up thing. It's like, how do you kill the dinosaurs? Let me see. Poison. Yeah.
What about
how about I
meteor?
try another dinosaur? No, that's
Rotten
not
egg sandwich.
Yeah. Eating too much sandwiches. What else have you been playing? Break? Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Eric. What have you been playing?
I finished Chaos Child over the weekend, and I got through the Fall Part 2 Unbound.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
The reviews of those will be up next week.
All right.
Chaos Child on Tuesday, and I'm going to assume on Thursday for the Fall Part 2. And 2 other games I can't talk about because they're under embargo, but I can let slip a hint for those who might be in the know for at least one of them, and that's Shura PP.
Yeah. We don't want anything more than that, but that's a good.
Yeah, I'm sure Dungeon Buster knows what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. That's
You
cool.
played a certain game where you are in Japan and you're in a part of a mafia.
Yeah.
Or you're usually outside of the mafia because you don't want to have anything to do with that shit, but they keep dragging you back in.
Yeah. What else, Eric? Anything else?
I saw a couple movies, and one that last week I had a review for, but I forgot about for whatever reason, so I'm gonna do it this week.
Yeah, we'll do the reviews in a second here, Eric. I've got
a little bit more story season Trio of Towns, which I was playing until one of those games was embargoed that I took up my time instead.
Yeah. All right. I've been playing a little bit of MPQ, of course. I never skip a day. I always got to get at least one match in MPQ. But Wolfenstein Old Blood I finished, which I'll have review in a second. I played a little bit of Red Dead Redemption. I played Wolfenstein New Colossus. I should be done with, if I can get past this one irritating part in New Colossus, I should have that done by next week. Seasons After Fall. Which is an interesting game, and this leads into something that we're going to touch on briefly for our free-for-all. I know we got a lot of Nintendo Direct stuff, but I got to thinking about games that I like to play to like kind of cleanse my palate of killing, because I do enough killing in games that I need something just like, like mellow out to, something like Flower or stuff like that. So we'll be talking about that a little bit. What else? That's about it. That's about the extent of my playing. But speaking of reviews, I just mentioned that I have a review of Wolfenstein Old Blood. Not as good as New Order, a little bit shorter, and it took a really weird twist at the end. That I don't know if can I spoil an old ass game for the PS4 or I'm sorry, the Xbox.
I don't give a shit. Go ahead.
All right.
I speak for everyone.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah. You do, Breakman. You do speak for everybody. It's the twist is you get to go up against these zombies, but they're like, I don't know, they're like these overcharged, weird, like sort of like Crimson zombies from, if you guys remember that from the Resident Evil remake. But it was just a really quick turn of events that kind of caught me off guard. The end boss it seems a little out of place to me. I don't know. But overall, I liked it. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was, well made, graphically looked fine. For a first-person shooter, not too bad. I do want to do some reviews of some movies here, so bear with me just a second. I'll get through them as soon as I can. Lady Bird, not as good as what I expected. I liked it, and I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I can't add any more than what Eric already added to it, and all the criticisms that he had, you're going to have to listen to that episode. I also have as well. I wasn't impressed with that, as impressed as I thought I was going to be with Lady Bird. But on the flip side, there were 2 movies that I watched that are absolutely incredible. Shape of Water is worthy of the Academy Award that it won, and I'm very happy that Guillermo del Toro won, although I was kind of partial to Jordan Peele winning for Get Out, but I can see why they gave the award to Guillermo del Toro. Shape of Water is an excellent film. It's a love story. The one criticism that I have of Shape of Water is that it may be a little bit too long. There were about 15 to 20 minutes in the first third of that movie that I thought that they could do without, and made that movie a little bit more streamlined. But other than that, I didn't have much of a problem with Shape of Water. 9 out of 10 for me. And then a very surprising movie. It also won a couple Academy Awards. It was Three Billboards. Three Billboards is a great movie, and I hope more people watch it. It's about this woman that her daughter is basically raped and killed, so she rents 3 billboards to kind of prod the police force to do their jobs and find the killer. But I thought there was a very underrated performance by Woody Harrelson in it. I'm surprised he wasn't nominated. Maybe he was and I just didn't see his name. But he did a really good job in there. Sam Rockwell won Best Supporting Actor for it, and Frances McDermott won Best Actress. All well-deserved performances, and the movie itself is fantastic. So I highly recommend watching Three Billboards. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10, maybe. Maybe 9, because I don't know. The only problems I had with Three Billboards was not many. It's almost a flawless movie. I couldn't. If I was to nitpick something, it'd be really tough. It's just a great movie. Go see it. Three Billboards, great movie. Breakman, did you have any reviews this week, or are your reviews sunny Florida?
Okay, well, let me see here. I did sit down to watch one movie, Blade Runner 2049,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're about 2 a.m. about that point, I think, when I started to watch it, and you can kind of guess what I've been doing all day, you know.
But you watched the movie in the middle of the morning that's like over 2 hours long.
Yeah, exactly.
So, by 2:30, I'm pretty sure I was fast asleep.
Yeah.
So my review of Blade Runner 2049 is it's really interesting half hour or 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rent the rest of the movie, I guess.
Yeah. You are.
This is more like preview read.
Yeah. I like Blade Runner 2049 quite a bit, man. It also
I kind of get. I was awake long enough to get to kind of the gist of what is going on.
Yeah. It's a slow burn movie, just like the first movie. So if you're expecting like an action packed, tour de force, it's not that. But
the first movie wasn't. So
yeah, the first movie.
It was never supposed to be.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I know, but that's what a lot of people wanted the first movie to be, and I admit, when the first time I saw it, that's what I was expecting.
This is why people jump on fucking superhero movies like it's fucking crack. It's like, this is why superhero movies are terrible, because they're not think pieces.
Yeah. But it won Best Cinematography, since we're on the Oscar kick. So, and by the way, my Oscar picks, if you go back and listen to that episode, I think it was last week's episode, are pretty spot on. I think I got all of them except for Best Actress. I don't think I got Best Actress, but everything else I was pretty spot on. So, there you go. Let's see.
What's LBJ?
It's a movie about Lyndon B. Johnson with Woody Harrelson, a few others, but
I refuse to watch Oscars and Academy. Or I was about to say Academy Awards. Duh, same thing. like Grammys and anything like that. I refuse to indulge them in their yay me like.
I've got more interesting things to do with my time.
I don't.
They're getting rewarded to entertain us, and this is more of like yay me, even though you're getting paid millions of dollars to do what you do.
Yeah, I agree with you for the most part.
And there's so much hypocrisy there. Just makes me sick.
This year was
Did they spend any time at all to address all the sexism going on in the movie industry?
Yes, actually. Frances McDermott's speech I didn't watch him live, but I saw snippets after, because I'm with you guys. I don't watch the Grammys because, that goes all the way back to Metallica losing out to Jethro Tull for Best Metal Album. Are you fucking kidding me? All the way on to, like, Denzel Washington and Halle Berry, finally the first black people to win like major Academy Awards. It just, this year was a little interesting and a little different though, because a lot of the people that were nominated, like in Best Director, it was some stalwarts like Christopher Nolan. But they had like Guillermo del Toro, who I think is a criminally underrated director, but not anymore. Like
I was gonna say, not anymore.
Not anymore. He won for Shape of Water. But I think that might open the doors to many more minorities, winning awards. Same thing with Jordan Peele. He won Best Screenplay, Original Screenplay, which, he really did deserve Best Director, but I'll take the Original Screenplay Oscar any day. And maybe that opens the way for more, fresh, good voices like Jordan Peele and even an old school person like Guillermo del Toro finally winning. I can go through the list of movies that should have won Academy Awards. Why Pan's Labyrinth wasn't even nominated is beyond me. Back in the day when it was when it came out. Devil's Backbone was a great movie. Here's another question I had, speaking of Oscars, guys. Just a really quick discussion. Why aren't more anime movies nominated for Best Animated Picture? I don't understand that.
Because the most of the people who vote into the movies are still the older generation.
Oh, God. Aren't they dead? Isn't the average like 80s now? Like 80s and 90s? Like, aren't those guys dead now, Breakman? Like, seriously, we need new blood.
I'm not rooting for anybody to die off. I'm saying once you get to like a certain age, maybe you should hand it off to a younger generation.
I kind of agree with that, man, because if you look at even a movie like Shape of Water, which is a fabulous movie, highly recommend watching it. But
we need all, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think we need voices of all generations. I don't mean all of them. I think there should be some old people in there, but I don't think it should be the majority.
No, I totally agree with you, Blake.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I couldn't agree with you more, man. Like, speaking of that, like, I kind of know the reason why Shape of Water won Best Picture is because it was a throwback to that old movie making style. You know what I mean? Like that old, like, 20s and 30s kind of aesthetic, but set in the 50s. Like, that's why that movie won. Otherwise, it honestly, I didn't give it a chance of winning because of the fact that it's a science fiction type movie with actually a little bit of sex, and like it was weird. Like I did not expect it to win, but I'm glad it did, and hopefully that opens the door to more and more movies like it. It's not exactly a horror movie. I would consider it more of a science fiction romance movie than anything, but hey, if movies like Get Out and Shape of Water are winning awards, that's a step in the right direction. So maybe we are getting a little bit of that, like younger blood, like you said, Breakman, because it's sorely needed. You hit the nail on the head. Let's see what else. Yeah, continue on. Eric, did you have some reviews or?
Yeah, I had a couple. First one is Minions. This is gonna be short. The problems I had with the Despicable Me 2 and 3, they're amplified in this movie.
Oh boy.
Surprisingly, I actually didn't mind the Minions' misadventures. The problem with this movie comes with the same problem that was in the first the last two films, and that would be the ethnic stereotyping, and they just go full bore in this movie, just do a complete parody of the UK. It's like, oh, this is how the UK works, folks, especially in the 60s.
All right.
It's just gross. And I'm worried. I'm really, really worried because the Grinch movie that they're doing looks stupid, and unless Nintendo is observing them like hawk and make sure they don't fuck it up, Mario movie's gonna suck.
Oh, don't tell me that, man. I got high expectations for that movie. Well, you know what you could do, Eric? Just save your money and go watch Infinity War a couple of times.
Like the plus of this movie is the Minions being there means that I don't have to deal with Steve Carell's
how dare you
stereotyping voice and him just not being funny.
Steve Carell is a national treasure, sir. How dare you disparage the fine man
well,
of
if
Steve
he's
Carell.
funny, he definitely doesn't show in the goddamn Despicable Me movies, other than maybe the first movie, which I felt like he actually had a gigantic role, and he just kind of fell out to the sides in the other two Despicable Me films.
Yeah. So what are you giving Minions?
And not to mention that the plot line is just absolutely ridiculous, because like, I don't think she actually believed having the crown would actually make her a queen. But, like the villain that they join up with wants the queen's crown so she can be a princess. I think she just wants to fulfill a fantasy, but they never really elaborate on that front. They just make her seriously think that's how the world works.
Yeah. All right, Eric. So what are you giving Minions?
Which actually makes her even crazier, I guess. But maybe that's the point. But I'm going to give this movie a 4.5. So it's actually a little lower than the 5s I gave the other two films.
Wow, it's a little below average on Minions. Wow. Okay, fair enough. What's next, Eric?
Mary and the Witch's Flower, which is Studio Ponnock's first film, and in case anybody doesn't know, I think it's their first film, or at least it's their first decent one. Maybe I think their last couple efforts haven't been so strong because, as anybody knows who's read up in the media, that Studio Ghibli closed their doors to producing any kinds of films in 2014. I mean, they're still technically a studio, but they're not making anything right now. Yeah, and they probably won't be for a while.
That sucks because Studio Ghibli is time great.
A lot of the people left Studio Ghibli around there, went to start up Ponok, and it's got a lot of the same artists and staff working on there. So the spirit of Ghibli's there, but this movie is decent. It's like if you're expecting something like Spirited Away, you're not gonna get it. You're probably gonna get something more similar to Arrietty.
Okay, I'm down with Arrietty.
And Arrietty was okay movie, but the voice acting isn't. Surprisingly, they decided to get either that or they got people doing accents, but they sounded British, so they have English voice acting, which is decent, because I think Arrietty in the UK got its exclusive UK dub. Which
did it? Wow. I
need to buy the Blu-ray to see if they have that dub on there.
Yeah, I liked Arrietty, but alright, continue on.
Even though I think Mary Poehler did a good job as the mom in that show. But it seems like it starts out like Harry Potter, where Mary ends up by complete mistake ending up at this wizarding school, and she basically bluffs her way through there because like she doesn't know how to get out of the situation. And decides my life at home is boring until school starts because I have nothing to do, so I might as well just milk this for what it's worth. Mm-hmm. And you end up finding out that there's like the headmaster and this professor at the school are doing an experiment that they apparently did like 80 years ago or whatever that failed, and they're trying to recreate the thing and try to succeed where they failed, but by using this flower that they apparently found like way back when, and that's what allows Mary to have these magic powers that lets her fool people into thinking that she's a exceptional prodigy that should be at the school. But it's a decent film. It's not terribly long. Like, I know a lot of Ghibli movies tend to go on for maybe a little bit too long sometimes. So it's just about the right length. It's like about an hour and maybe just under an hour and 40 minutes. So
okay, that's not bad. That's almost standard.
Although I did have to sit in the theater for a little bit longer than that because instead of like some movies, they'll play like for the preview reel, they'll like do the interviews and ask questions, like list off a list of questions that apparently somebody asked the creator of the film, but that didn't happen until after the end of the movie, which is weird.
How weird! All right,
Yeah.
so
That was about another 10 minutes.
So what are you giving Mary and the Witch's Flower, Eric?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right, above average. That sounds fair enough. And you have one more review.
Yeah, Batman versus Two-Face, the last role that Adam West ever did as the Batman.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. This is more or less a sequel to the Caped Crusaders film that he did. That's a homage to the 66 series that only went on for 2 years because they canceled it in 1968.
Yeah. Bridget's exiled, by the way.
What?
Bridget's exiled. She says Infinity War with the Garlic Witch.
Oh.
All right. So Batman versus Two-Face, man.
So Two-Face was apparently supposed to be a character in the TV series, but they nixed that idea when they realized that Two-Face was a little too dark of a character to put in the lighthearted kid show that they were trying to create.
Yeah.
But this is basically a what if we actually put Two-Face into this world. And of course, since he is Two-Face, the show is a little bit more violent, so it's less wacky than the other movie, but it's still 66 Batman, so it's still corny. I mean, you see labels everywhere. In fact, I think they didn't have enough they didn't play on the whole labels memes Twitter account that they could have capitalized on the last movie. So they just went double down on this and whole hogged it. There's like stupid labels for everything.
That's cool. All right.
But I feel like it's a bit long for a movie. Maybe a bit longer than the actual last one was, like maybe by about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it starts out with Two-Face being created, and then they do a time skip, like a montage of him committing a bunch of crimes, and then Batman finally putting him in jail, and then him supposedly being reformed, and then there's like a whole plot line after that, and that's all I'll say really.
All right, so what are you giving? Yeah, Batman versus.
I'm gonna give this movie. You can give this movie also a 7.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So do any of the other characters show up from the old TV show? Like, does King Tut show up?
Yeah, King Tut's actually like the villain that leads out this movie.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's amazing.
Dude. Yeah, you gotta watch this movie, Breakman. I'm surprised.
Anyways, one funny but weird thing is that like, for whatever reason, Harley Quinzel as Dr. Quinzel shows up in this movie, as well as Hugo Strange. But like, they're just there to kind of say, "Hey, we remember these characters," and they weren't in the show, so let's put them in anyway.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you got to see it. Break. Did you check out the Caped Crusaders movie at all? Break.
No.
Yeah, you got to check out those movies, man. They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have any reviews?
I just saw the original Batman movie.
Anyways, you can. I don't know if this movie's still at Redbox, but the movie I reviewed last week was there's Batman. Gotham by Gaslight is only available by DVD at Redbox unless you want to do their digital option, which is more expensive and not worth it, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not worth $5. It's not worth $5 or $6 or whatever they're charging for it.
Well, is that like they're selling it to you, like, or they?
No, that's for rental.
Oh, fuck that! I wouldn't just get a digital.
Yeah,
copy,
if you're doing digital rentals and you're charging $6, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
You could just buy the movie outright somewhere else for cheap, for at least like maybe 2.5 times the price, and then you'll have it forever.
Yeah, I rented Gotham by Gaslight DVD, and it actually looked really good on my TV. I don't know, man. Just having a 4K TV, I guess, makes a difference.
But that's all I have for reviews.
All right, Break. Do you have any reviews this week, Breakman? No.
No.
All right. Let's move on to your Stinko.
Nope.
Break. Do you have a Stinko this week?
Yeah, I do. I don't. It's been a couple of weeks, but my oldest cat died, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's been rough, you know. But it happened right before I went on vacation. I had to. We postponed it by a day because, I mean, we weren't leaving the next day, but we still postponed it for a day.
Yeah, nah, dude, that's terrible, man.
But I went on vacation and I really needed it. I mean, it really did help me like relax and stuff. And I still miss her, but you know, I'm okay.
Yeah, dude, losing an animal is really tough. Like I didn't lose my dog, but I don't have my dog, so I know how tough it is, dude. Like I miss my dog daily, you know, almost as much as I miss my kids. But you know. That it's just life, you know.
I'm not really a bad person, but it sucks, I guess.
Suck.
Well, it's they're a family member. They really are. Like a cats, dogs, sometimes fish, snakes for some people, and birds. But like specifically like cats and dogs, like they get close to you and like they'll sleep with you and they want to be with you all the time.
Yeah, especially in the case of dogs. Dogs are very loyal and good. But yeah, cats, dude, like I miss my cat too, man. Like I had a cat and a dog, and you know I miss them. So you know it sucks. But all right, well that's definitely a bad.
So it's really sad.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Well, now that just means you need to get another little kitty to get over it. You know what I mean?
No, I've got my other cats. I don't want to go out and like replace her or anything like that.
No, I hear you, dude.
You got other cats to take care of.
Yeah, I have other animals I definitely have to take care of.
It's only when all your animals are dead that you'll get another animal.
Yeah, it seems that way, man. Unless you get a parrot, which lived for like what 50, 60 years, something like that. But yeah,
they must be low maintenance if they can live that long.
No, they are not low maintenance, man. They're very high maintenance, but they do live a long time. All right, let's move on to your Stinko, Eric.
My Stinko, well, I got two actually. The closure of Toys R Us.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, all the Toys R Us's are closing down the United States.
Goddamn Amazon fault, which leads to my second Stinko, Jeff Bezos being absolutely disgustingly rich and the reasons for why he's rich.
Yeah, he's rich because they don't pay fucking taxes. You know that Amazon paid 0 taxes in 2016 for sure. I don't know how much they paid in 2017, but I wouldn't be surprised if these...
I'll link up the video explaining all of it and I'll put in chat.
Well, look, check this out. I am fully expecting... I'm fully expecting some of these companies to get actual refunds from the government. That's how fucking weird.
Why isn't this guy in jail for terrible work conditions?
Well, because he's
basically slave labor.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good question. I mean, I think Jeff Bezos is worth in the neighborhood of what is it, $100 billion? Like, he's now considered the richest person in the whole world, and like his company is just. I buy lots of stuff from. This is the shitty thing. Like,
I'm not supporting Amazon.
Yeah,
I haven't for a while, and like, there's only one more thing I'm gonna buy from them, and the only reason I will buy it from them is because of a fluke that they made. So basically, buying it off out of their expense.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Eric. Like, what do you do? Like, if you're going online shopping, do you? I mean, the place to go is Amazon. It's
but,
like
but like, Amazon also has marketplaces too. You don't have to buy directly from them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still Amazon. Amazon gets a cut of that, dude. Like, you know, don't kid yourself, man. It's the same thing like with Walmart. Like, it's almost too cheap to go anywhere else but Walmart. That's Walmart's MO. That's how they do business. You know,
There's also Newegg and Best Buy for like the software I want to buy.
Yeah, like I hate shopping at Walmart, but
so do I. I hate
but
it.
you have to we have to save money. Everybody does. I mean,
Yeah.
all of us are looking for ways to save money, and Walmart is just cheaper than everyone else.
You're absolutely correct. Like
Tell
the
you
only
what, you can download this app on your browser called WikiBuy, and it'll just tell you the cheapest deal.
yeah. There's lots of apps like that, but like
it isn't.
it's like today. Like I was gonna go to a grocery store, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go to Walmart. I know, I don't even have to think about prices of things at Walmart because everything's like cheaper there. Like in general, you know, the only thing that I don't find cheaper there is like pop, like Coke or Pepsi or you know stuff like that. But other than that, like you almost are. Walmart has almost obligated everybody to shop there because of how cheap everything is. They put everybody else out of business, you know, like and then like you think about other places like Target, who shops
Well, if I had more money, I wouldn't mind shopping other places.
I agree, but none of us do. Like none of us do, Eric. Like we are in the 99%.
Because corporations like Walmart lobby to make sure that they get all the benefits.
Yeah, for sure, and they definitely
cycle.
They definitely do get benefits, no question about it, man. Is that all
Basically paying into a system that originates them, yet we rely on them.
Yeah, we have to. We don't have a choice. I don't have a choice, man.
We need to find a way to get rid of this codependency.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the problems with, like, say, Toys R Us going out of business too is a lot of these businesses weren't able to adapt to a lot of changes. They weren't able to adapt to Walmart and Amazon. Like, Toys R Us should have probably gone smaller like years ago. You know, like smaller stores.
Well, either that or
they should, or maybe tried like the Johnny's Toys way, because that worked for them for a while.
Or either
where they made it like kind of a stylized thing.
Well,
I've never heard of Johnny's Toys.
No, what they should have did is like when Amazon was first starting out, Toys R Us should have thought of their model and like went to the same model and started doing things online and offering.
I agree with that too. Like, and definitely should have.
Yeah, offering bigger discounts.
It's like they have all these toy stores. They might as well just turn them to warehouses and not actually make them stores.
Yeah, no, actually, that would have been a great idea for Toys R Us, but you know, I mean, that's like you said, Jeff Bezos being Jeff Bezos, man, just conquering everything. But Dungeon Buster says in Toys R Us defense, they were when they were taken over years ago, they were saddled with $7 billion in debt that they were
$7+ billion.
Yeah, well, I say $7 billion, man. It's probably a little bit more, but. Yeah, they were never able to get clear of that. I see that.
Yeah, which made it hard for them to, which like you said in their defense, made it hard for them to adapt to the changes.
Yeah.
But I would think like cutting the size of a store would be such a cost-cutting thing that they would have been able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Like under the restructuring of the $7 billion in debt.
Yeah, maybe get rid of the entire Babies R Us line.
Yeah. Well, actually,
they kind of did for a while, but I don't think it was enough to stem the tide.
Dude, the Babies R Us line actually saved their bacon.
I was wondering how that did.
No, I mean, like they basically got rid of Babies R Us stores for most part, and then made a baby section within the store.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they did. That's what they went to eventually. But all right, let me move on to mine. Mine real quickly.
And just one more real quick thing. Dungeon Buster says, then over the holidays they took out another loan hoping for a miracle, and it didn't work out. Yeah. Break is writing in. They just didn't adapt to this thing we call the internet.
Yep. No, that's true. That's absolutely true. My stinko real quickly this week is the term globalist. I heard Donald Trump use that with his outgoing Secretary of Commerce, Michael Cohen. He called him a globalist. He's like, here's a globalist that I actually like. And for people don't
it's
know,
like calling yourself a realist, isn't it?
No, globalist is kind of a dog whistle for white nationalists, and they use that term. They use that term. Not
AKA colonialist, you mean?
No, it's worse than that.
Globalist means that their goal is worldwide. They're not thinking of the country first. They're thinking of they're thinking of the world first.
That's the good version of it. The dog whistle version is you're a Jew. That's what globalist means, and a lot of these white nationalists. It's a dog whistle for white nationalism.
Wow, I did not know that.
I've never heard anybody use the term before, but I don't pay a lot of attention online.
Oh, dude, you look up globalist. You'll find out everything you need to know. So that was my stinko. I heard Donald Trump actually use the word globalist, and I was disgusted because that encapsulates everything about Donald Trump in one word.
What was he been doing, hanging out with Jeff Sessions again?
No, he's
bashing him on Twitter and then hanging out with him.
Oh, he's not. He's definitely not hanging out with Jeff Sessions. That's going to be another one that's going to be on the short list of leaving that administration.
That's good because there's a lot of shit in there, a lot of horrible people, and he may be one of the worst.
Jeff Sessions is up there. Jeff Sessions is probably almost at the top of that list. The other one that I can't wait to leave is Betsy DeVos. She's she probably is the least competent and the least qualified of any of those cabinet members.
You don't think she's going to last much longer, right?
I don't. I honestly don't. I think this administration is the Titanic. Like if you read the tea leaves, it's almost to the end point here with Trump. Like I don't think he's getting caught with the Russia collusion shit, but I honestly think he's going to be busted for a lot of other crimes like money laundering and a bunch of shit like that. That's going to
I think he's going to have a lot of time in court to dealing with the
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels thing.
Yeah. So actually Stormy Daniels might be the chick that brings him down. So
I was gonna say that if anything does, Monica Lewinsky almost brought down Bill Clinton. I think the Stormy Daniels might bring down him.
Yeah, it's either that or the money laundering. That's going to bring him down. So that was my stinko of the week.
Well, he's been able to get away with everything else at this point.
Oh, he's
the only thing that seems like it's sticking to me so far is the Stormy Daniels thing.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that I think it's very close to the end. In other words, I think we're months away or a month away from everything.
As DB says in chat, Ben Carson was busted for his 20K dinner set, and he's still there. Yeah, you gotta be busted for a major sex scandal to get kicked out.
Hold on.
Really, honestly, does anything else get them kicked out?
No,
other than stealing from them.
No,
this isn't Watergate where Nixon actually did get in trouble.
No. I think
I don't mean that, but I'm saying them as in the government. If you screw them out of taxes or something like that, them in the government will go down on you, even if you are part of the government.
Right.
And sex scandals are the only two things I've ever seen get people out.
You know what though? I think the tide is kind of turning, Breakman. If you read the tea leaves, all these people leaving the administration, it's not coincidence that a lot of these people are jumping ship. Hope Hicks was his right hand chick, and even she felt the heat. So just watch, man. I mean, it's gonna unfold, and it's gonna be pretty spectacular. Not in a good way. I honestly don't want it to go down this way, but it's gonna have to go down this way because the guy is clearly corrupt. There's.
I know, but the only problem
got a crime family running the country. That's sad.
Yeah.
The only problem is
this is like Mussolini in Italy.
Hold on, Eric.
If he does go down, what's left?
Well, we're left with Pence, which is that's a whole set of new problems. But on the plus side, I don't think Pence would be a viable candidate in 2020, and maybe, just maybe, we can get a good candidate to come in and undo this mess, because it really is a mess. If you look at our standing globally, our diplomacy or lack thereof, we're the joke.
I wish we had a parliament where we could just kick out the president whenever we wanted.
Yeah. Well, That's not how it works here, man. We're stuck with what we got, but hopefully
it's virtually impossible to kick the president out.
Yeah. All right.
That's too much power, if you ask me.
Yeah, let's move on to our sweeto.
Well, see, it's supposed to be a whole thing of checks and balances with our system.
Yeah.
He's supposed to keep keep Congress in check. Congress is supposed to keep our courts in check, and the courts are supposed to keep him in check. You know?
Yeah,
like
but
as it goes, but our government, as far as Congress.
They
don't want it. The legislative branch hasn't done a damn thing for as long as I can remember.
You know, the only thing
they kick the can down the road, and that's why you get shit like why Trump's getting away with so much shit is because they've refused to do anything.
Yeah, Congress is a bunch of spineless pieces of shit, man. Like,
and
whether you're Democrat or Republican, like Congress just sucks. But
and our courts, system. They refuse to take on a lot of big issues. Their gun issues, for instance.
Yeah.
They don't want to take those on.
Well, they're going to have to.
They're like, no.
They're going to have to.
No, they have absolute right to refuse anything.
Yeah.
And nobody's like I said. There's the checks and balances of our system are failing because our system is because the independent each branch is not doing the jobs that they're meant to do. The
one thing I will say, Breakman, and the one thing that I think is keeping this government together is the courts. If you look at the decisions on the Muslim ban that Donald Trump proposed and some other things like that, like these smaller in the grand scheme.
Those are small mercies, though.
Yeah, but
like they'll do little things, but I mean, like the major things, like they kick it down the road. They kick the can down the road. That's what our government has done on everything.
Yeah, they're pretty worthless, man.
I mean,
I
look at the infrastructure of this country. This country is falling apart. Our roads, our sewage systems, our electrical wiring, it's all old. Our highways were built back in what, the 50s and 50s and 60s.
Yeah, you would think we would have bullet trains by now and other things that other countries have. Like Japan has a bunch of like really wicked, super fast bullet trains. You would think that we would have like rail systems and
but all of our money is squandered. It goes all to rich people. Basically the rich people in the government and the people that are and
they don't do anything with it. If they were doing stuff with it, then I might understand. But
no, you're not understanding. I'm saying like the lobbyists, like the money that they're influencing in the government. They are getting the government to shut down, basically. This is the way it's always been. They kick stuff down the can. NRA,
that's why
Big Pharma, they have so much money in it. And I mean,
I said I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying I understand if they were using money for the right purposes, but they aren't.
This is the number one thing that I always say is that if you get the money out of politics, it solves a lot of issues. If you look back in the 50s, for instance, like corporations were paying upwards of 30-40% period with no loopholes, and that distributed the wealth to the bottom half of the United States. You know what I mean? Like the people were in general a little happier then. I'm not talking in terms of like racial diversity and things like that, because that's a whole separate issue. But if you look at the economy back then, like corporations were paying a good lion's share of the taxes.
It was easy to own your own. It was a lot easier to own your own home back in say the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, you weren't getting predatory loans.
I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
If of course you were a white man. But that's not the point you're trying to make.
Right, but that's why
we're trying to make right now. We're talking about like financial things.
Right, that's specifically why I said like if you take the racial component out of it, Breakman. But you're right, like back in the day, like there were no predatory loans. There were just loans. You know what I mean? Like straight up loans that were super regulated.
That's why they preach so much on the television about, or one of the things they'd always preach is the nuclear family. The husband goes to work, the mom stays in the kitchen and cooks all day, because they were paid a salary
very
enough
well
to own their own home, and have the 2 kids and the dog, and everyone was taken care of.
Yep.
That's what it seemed like.
That's absolutely correct. You're right.
But I wasn't around back then, so I can't say for sure if it
Yep.
was like that. But
All right.
But I do know a lot of people were able to do jobs that were considered.
They didn't need 2 jobs, at least.
Right, but I'm saying that they do jobs that were like manufacturing jobs or stuff like that. That it's really hard to, have a family with now. Type thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like
the jobs that used to be able to support a family don't anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it, like I said, money in politics. I've said it for years on this show. I've felt it for even more years than that. But it's all about money in politics. If we can get the money out of politics and lobbying out of politics, then you have people that are more sympathetic to human beings as opposed to corporations and money. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all about money at that point. It's about
and term limits. I think those two things, like you said, just
capitalism is disgusting. If you ask me, it's like its only purpose, it seems nowadays, is to support itself.
No,
this isn't capitalism.
Which might be a noble pursuit if capitalism actually had an end goal, but it doesn't. It's just accumulating wealth for the sake of accumulating wealth.
For the 1%, not the 99%.
But this isn't really even about capitalism. We're talking about crooks, basically. We're talking about people that are taking money to do nothing.
Bribes. They're taking bribes. Well, do nothing.
They are taking bribes.
Here's the reason why Cohn left office, guys. I'll tell you this right now. Cohn didn't leave office because Trump put the tariffs in place. Like, that was the big excuse. He's leaving because he disagreed with the president on the tariffs, right? That's
everybody. I don't think there's anybody on this planet who agrees with him on the tariffs.
No, I agree, but and it's gonna fuck him in the end.
For once, I think nobody. I think everybody's finally saying wait a minute.
Yeah. Even Republicans.
What are you doing?
Even Republicans.
It's weird that it's finally this is what gets everybody to say, "Hey, wait."
I know.
It wasn't kind of dead.
It wasn't Charlotte. It wasn't Charlottesville. It wasn't his sexual harassment. It was putting tariffs on fucking steel and aluminum.
This is the one where Republicans stand up and say no.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's move on to better things here.
Sweetos. I have a Sweeto this week.
Yeah, hold on. Let's start with.
I forgot to put it in there.
Breakman, your Sweeto.
Oh, my Sweeto goes to Florida and being down there on vacation.
Yeah.
80 degree average weather, 80s in the 80s, so I was able to go out.
Is there any truth to the rumor that you got a special invite to Mar-a-Lago? Because that's what we were speculating, Breakman.
Huh?
Did you get a special invite to Mar-a-Lago, and that's why you went to Florida?
Oh!
Doesn't it cost $200,000 just to get in?
No, I heard Break got a special invite. I don't know. It could be just rumor. That's why I'm asking Break.
That I did, and I also drove by the Scientology main office.
Sweet. 2 and 1. 2 and 1.
Your themes checked.
Like I said, I told you I found religion while I was down there.
Scientology was it.
You found a religion.
Yeah, you found something, all right. I don't know what you found, but you found something. All right, so how was your vacation, man? Everything
it was great. I stayed with a friend who had a pretty awesome house and an addiction to collecting shit. But yeah, that's a different story. But no, I'm just kidding. But it was nice to be away from town with shit going wrong, like with the car accident and then cat dying.
Yeah.
Just so much crap going on. It was just nice to.
Dude, it was it's almost perfect timing for you to go. That's awesome, man. That's,
Now I do have one regret. I think I did pretty much everything I wanted to do, except for there was this one porn shop that I drove by several times.
Yeah.
Well, it said, it's a porn store, so it said DVDs on sale and stuff like that. But in the one window, it said Pinball Museum.
What?
Yeah, so there's this porn store strip club with a pinball museum.
Wait a minute. Now it's
why would a porn place have pinball?
I don't know.
That's awesome, though. Hopefully they had Black Knight.
The porn's actually a front for the pinball museum.
Yeah, if they had Black Knight.
Here's the real porn, folks. Pinball porn.
Has anybody...
in Springs, Florida. I'm gonna have to go back and find out. I need to know more about the pinball.
Yeah, right. You want to go in there for the pinball machines, Breakman. Yeah.
There are a lot of strip clubs and a lot of porn shops out there.
Yeah. Wink, 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 wink. Pinball. That's what that's yeah. See, even Dungeon Buster caught on. He says, "Was it really pinball?" Exactly. More like
I swear that's the thing. Like it said, because there were a ton of other shops and it was like DVDs or Naked Women or whatever. But that was one store said Pinball Museum.
I bet you that was their code for glory hole. Pinball glory hole. Well, anyways,
is this how you get a happy ending?
Yeah, exactly. Happy ending. There you go. Eric, your Sweeto of the week, sir.
My Sweeto is getting a raise at work.
Oh shit! Somebody gave you a raise. Right on, man. Congrats. Now you could buy me.
It's a yearly review.
Oh, cool.
They want me to work better though, so that won't hopefully be too hard.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
But some people steal some weird. I'm only assuming people have stolen some of my stuff in the last couple of days because my tissue box disappeared near the machine I was working at.
Oh shit! And
then my check stub disappeared, which is thankfully I'm on direct deposit, so I don't need it. Yeah. But if I wasn't, that would have been a problem.
Maybe somebody shredded it for your.
They could have just reprinted another check, but oh well.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. You got direct deposit, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, congrats, man.
I told HR about it, so hopefully.
Did you get enough for a Costco membership?
Be able to resolve anything.
Eric, did you get enough for a Costco membership?
No. There's not a Costco around here anyway.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, man. That like Paul Ryan was like talking to this woman apparently, and like she said she got $1.50 a week extra on her check, and that was enough to get her Costco membership or something. I'm like,
I got almost $2 more than I was making.
Ooh, that's a hefty raise, man. Right on. Congrats, man. Hopefully that helps
out.
Not
$15 an hour, but close.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. That's good.
Closer,
that's good.
Or rather.
Good. All right. I have a special Sweeto this week, guys. My Sweeto, I call achievements in orange pilling. I have never once in my life, in all my years of living, seen somebody peel an orange. Bridget's laughing because she knows what's coming. Peel an orange.
Related?
Hold on. I'll get to it. I have never seen anyone in all my years of living peel an orange in one fell swoop, like one peel, right? Well, Bridget,
is peel an orange code word for something?
No.
Okay.
Peeling an orange, right? So Bridget peels an orange, right? All in one fell swoop, which I think is pretty impressive. I've never seen anybody.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that. I've done maybe a quarter of one.
Right. But check this out, guys. So she peels it, and she's pretty excited. She shows me, right? And she holds it in her hand, right? The single peel, right, of an orange, which is not circular, right? She peeled it in a perfect penis shape. And was showing me. And I looked at it, and I was staring at it, and I'm like, and this is after the show when I'm editing, right? Last week. Yeah, like last week I'm editing the show, and she's like, in the corner of my eye, I see this red dildo, you might as well say. And I'm looking over it, and she's just, happy as a peach, and she doesn't understand that what is in her hand is something very naughty. So I look at it, and I look at her, and she looks back down at it, and she starts laughing because she finally saw that she created a penis out of her orange peel.
And then she was horrified it was Trump's penis.
Trump's penis? You were horrified it was Trump's penis? She's laughing. Yeah, that's how I would imagine Trump's penis. And by the way, if anybody's interested, I do have a picture. I don't want to show it on YouTube because YouTube is real fucking weird with shit like that. So if anybody is interested, I'll put I'll send it to them. Just if you're interested in the picture of the penis orange pill, I am in possession of it. So just get a hold. You know what? I'll drop it on Twitter when I get a chance. So there you go. I'll drop it on Twitter, and everybody can see Bridget's masterpiece, the orange pill. So that's my Sweeto of the week, guys. All right, let's move on to Free for All. I'm gonna save my free for all for next week, guys. My palate cleansing game, and I'll explain that later next week. Let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. I did get a chance to see everything that was offered up there. There's some pretty exciting stuff. I'm gonna go down the list here, and then if you guys have anything to add, then let me know. But
it's literally everything that happened in the Direct, by the way.
Yeah. South Park Fractured Butthole, which I own now on the PlayStation 4. Dark Soul. Yeah, I need to play it. I need to pick up a copy of Stick of Truth first so I can show Bridget. I've been wanting to show that game because that
I'm sure Stick of Truth will come to the Switch as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Also,
I loaned my copy of South Park for the moment. I'm waiting until the rest of the DLC comes out, and then I'll go back and play it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, by the way, you have to pay for the DLC for the Switch version, which is boo.
Yeah, that is boo. Dark Souls amiibo, which looks fantastic. I think that's really cool, even though I'm not.
You can praise the sun whenever you want in Dark Souls now.
Yeah, exactly. Undertale, Luigi's Mansion is an exciting one for the 3DS. Mario and Luigi.
Although with Luigi's Mansion, I was like, why isn't this a Switch HD re-release?
I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
It's like they'll do it for the 3DS and then they'll port it to the Switch about 6 months later.
Yeah,
they?
I'm sure it'll be there.
I'll probably pick it up anyways because I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
You can always sell the 3DS copy if I need to.
Yeah. Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story and Bowser Jr.'s Adventure.
You know what's funny about that one?
What's that, Eric?
It's like Nintendo knows Partners in Time was so awful that they just skipped over it.
Yeah.
Seriously, go guys! It is the worst Mario and Luigi game by far. Don't play it.
Yeah.
If you see it on sale on the Wii U eShop for the Virtual Console games, don't buy it.
Yeah. All right. Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. I have no idea what that is. Sushi.
That's you know what Dylan's Rolling Western is?
No, I don't.
It is a tower defense series of games, and this is the third game.
Okay. Sushi Striker 3DS and Switch. Captain Toad, that's pretty exciting. 3DS and Switch. Splatoon 2 update and single player DLC, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, the update lets you play as Octolings, and the single player DLC is you get to play as an Octoling and play single player. And it looks like there's an actual story structure to it, and it's not an obstacle course like the base game.
Yeah. Little Nightmares Complete Edition. That's something very intriguing. I saw that on sale. I didn't pick it up, but I plan on getting that game.
PS4 version is like $20 currently for retail.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if the pricing scheme is going to be for this new version.
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which is a great remake that I need to pick up. That's also.
So I think it's coming. I think it's coming to the Xbox One, but I know it's coming to PC as well.
It is coming to the Xbox One, which is pretty exciting for Xboxers out there. Okami HD, which is a fantastic game. Although, why would you get it on the Switch and not one of the other systems? Is mine?
Because you could play it with motion controls.
That's true. Either
and
that,
you can take it on the go,
and you can take it on the go.
Digital only.
Yeah.
No resale version plan like there was for the PS4 and Xbox One.
WarioWare Gold. It's been a while since we've seen a WarioWare game, so that's fun.
It's a compilation collection type of deal, but
cool.
Because that's what WarioWare kind of is anyway.
Yeah. Game Maker 2 for the Switch. Okay.
That's the engine that was used to make games like Undertale.
Yeah.
You can make games like Undertale.
Yeah.
or more.
And Another World, which I have no idea. I didn't see that in the direct.
This article's already. I just realized.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that was the Nintendo Direct. I thought that was a really good Nintendo Direct. The highlights obviously being Luigi's Mansion, Captain Toad, the Splatoon news, Crash Bandicoot coming. The Dark Souls amiibo's really cool. I did find it surprising that the South Park Fractured Butthole.
I'm not surprised. I knew this was going to happen.
I didn't.
Just a matter of when.
I didn't. I had no idea. I think the other Stick of Truth didn't go on the Wii U, so this is surprising.
Yeah, because they completely skipped that generation.
Well, whatever. Like to me, it's surprising, but I think it's cool. Let's see.
It wasn't exactly popular.
Yeah.
It wasn't the kid dancing in the middle of the room, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the cool guy football, the quarterback with two women like dancing on him at once,
Sure.
because he's that kind of guy. Like,
Right.
dick.
And also, some people were surprised at Crash Bandicoot and saying getting on the Switch. It's like, really? I mean, it's not like Crash Bandicoot was tied to Naughty Dog. I mean, Naughty Dog was always a third-party company. It's just they happened to make a home on the Sony platform for a long time.
I'm actually surprised it made its way to the Xbox more than the Switch. That's
because if you remember Crash Twinsanity, I think there's like one more game that came out for the Xbox and the GameCube even. I think.
Yep. All right. I like I said, I'm gonna hold our other free for all topic for next week. Out there, I want to know you guys, like, are there certain games that you kind of chill in between shooters or shooting things or killing things, you know? So think about that for next week. Send us comments, etc. Or even better, even better, join the chat every Friday 7 Eastern time on Twitch and YouTube live and tell us. Firsthand. But we'll be talking about that next week. Guys, do you have anything else before we do our plugs?
I'm just gonna say like one more thing on the Crash thing, but like Naughty Dog is basically tied to Sony, but they also sold the property to some other company years ago. So it's like, why would they be shocked now?
Yeah,
unless they forgot or never knew in the first place.
Yeah, not as shocking. Not shocking. Dungeon Buster says, almost forgot one sweeto this week for him was the final episode of Star Wars Rebels. Completely unexpected in some ways, great finish to the series. I've never seen that series. I need to watch it. I want to watch it. Same thing with the Clone Wars. I heard was pretty good too. So, all right, let's do our plugs. Breakman, plug away, sir.
You can follow me at break_man and at what's my other thing? Oh yeah, at RPGrinders on Twitter. Because
you asked me.
I forgot it because
other thing.
What was my other thing? What was my other plug, guys? That's awesome, man. Yeah, at RPGrinders. Right on. Anything else, Breakman? No? Yes? No? Maybe so?
No.
All right.
No.
Eric, plugs.
My plugs would be the sites I've written for, like BostonBasherBrigade.com, TotallyGN.com, HonestGamers.com, and VogNetwork.com.
All right.
And you can find me on YouTube at Funny T-Man, and then on Twitter at EricRPG.
All right. Anything else, Eric?
Pinter Man. Pinter Man. He drinks alcohol like no one can.
Nice.
He's got alcohol in his blood.
Oh my God! Here we go. Eric's gonna bust out in song now. What are you gonna make a RPGrinders a musical now, Eric?
In lieu of not having harmonica.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Frank will desperately beg me to get a harmonica instead of singing instead.
How dare you? I would never ask.
That's
for
my
that.
plan to get a harmonica back on the show.
How dare you? How dare you? All right. My plugs are as follows. Dungeon Buster in chat. I think he was the only one in chat tonight.
Yeah.
I think I saw electrical skateboard, which I have no idea.
We're talking Rebels, man. I wish Philo was in here, man. Me, him, and Dungeon Buster could talk Rebels.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever.
Yeah, how dare you not be in the chat? What else? I want to plug my handle on Xbox and PlayStation is RPGrinders, capital R, capital P, capital G. What else? At Frank Branches on Twitter. And I want to plug Orange Penis Pills. That's what I want to plug. All right. Anything else, guys, before we take off? Nothing?
Have a good weekend.
Yep. Have a good weekend. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, guys, we are out. Later, guys. Breakman's back! No All right, Dungeon Buster, thanks so much for joining us in chat. Everybody that listens to us on archives on YouTube, thank you guys too. All one of you, which I promise it's not my mom who listens to the show, but that's about it. All right, Dungeon, I'll see you on Xbox or on PlayStation. I see you on PlayStation Dungeon quite a bit, so I'll have to find time and money to get Monster Hunter so we can do it up Monster Hunter style. And then Breakman, I really want to play Titanfall or something else with you soon. I gotta get some money though, so
Okay,
it's all
that's
about
cool.
all about getting the gold. Give me the gold,
Right.
All right, everybody in chat, which is Dungeon Buster. Later.
Later.